Almost a week ago, Samsung's Galaxy A57 quietly appeared in China's TENAA database, and on paper it already looked like a very familiar mid-range Samsung phone. Full specs were there, numbers were locked in, but one big piece of the puzzle was missing: the design. And as usual with early TENAA listings, that part was left to the imagination. Now that's changed. The listing has been updated with official images, and for the first time, we can actually see what the Galaxy A57 looks like, and the details are subtle, calculated, and very Samsung. At first glance, this phone doesn't try to reinvent anything. Samsung clearly isn't chasing shock value here. The Galaxy A57 sticks to a flat front and a flat back, continuing the clean, minimal slab design that's become the brand's signature. But look a little closer, and that's where the changes start to reveal themselves. The most noticeable update is on the back, specifically around the cameras. Instead of the previous clean cutout style, Samsung has introduced a new two-tiered camera module. There's now a thicker outer border that matches the body's color, wrapping around an inner black pill where the camera lenses sit. It's not a dramatic redesign, but it adds depth, contrast, and just enough visual separation to make the A57 feel more refined than its predecessor. Another quiet but important upgrade is the thickness. The A57 is expected to measure just 6.9 millimeters, down from 7.4 millimeters on the previous model. That might not sound like much on paper, but in the hand, half a millimeter can make the phone feel noticeably sleeker, lighter, and more premium, especially in this price segment. Flip the phone to the front, and you're looking at a 6.6-inch AMOLED display with full HD Plus resolution. This is classic Samsung territory: deep blacks, vibrant colors, and sharp visuals that punch above their weight in the mid-range category. It's the kind of screen that makes scrolling, streaming, and gaming instantly enjoyable, even without pushing into flagship pricing. Under the hood, the A57 is powered by an octa-core chipset clocked at up to 2.9 GHz. Geekbench data strongly points towards this being Samsung's Exynos 1680. While it's not positioned as a raw performance monster, this chip is clearly tuned for balanced everyday performance, smooth multitasking, reliable gaming, and solid efficiency without overheating or aggressive throttling. The camera setup stays practical and versatile. On the back, there's a 50-megapixel primary sensor handling most of the heavy lifting, paired with a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera for landscapes and group shots, and a 5-megapixel macro lens for close-up detail. Around the front, Samsung has equipped the A57 with a 12-megapixel selfie camera, a step that suggests better image processing and more consistent results for video calls and social media. Powering everything is a 5,000 mAh battery, which has become the gold standard for all-day reliability. More importantly, Samsung is bringing 45-watt fast charging to the A57, meaning shorter top-ups and less time tethered to the wall, something mid-range buyers increasingly care about. In terms of storage, the A57 won't be stingy. It's expected to launch in at least two configurations: 8GB RAM with 256GB storage, and a higher-end 12GB RAM with 256GB storage. That's plenty of space for apps, photos, videos, and long-term use without constantly worrying about running out of room. Out of the box, it'll run Android 16 layered with One UI 8, ensuring the latest software features, design refinements, and Samsung's long-term update support. And the timing? Samsung is expected to officially unveil the A57 by late February, just ahead of the Galaxy S26 series. It's a strategic move, locking in mid-range buyers before the flagship noise takes over. And once you piece together the design refinements, thinner body, strong display, dependable cameras, fast charging, and modern software, it becomes clear what Samsung is doing here. The Galaxy A57 isn't trying to steal headlines, it's quietly positioning itself as one of the most polished, well-balanced mid-range phones of the year, and that might be exactly why it ends up being so hard to ignore. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more awesome tech content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.